Hey y'all, what's that going on? I'm gonna have to put some more work in on this channel to build it because mm, there's a lot going on, y'all, and things are heating up in that industry, that weird Hollywood industry. Things are heating up. Yeah, sorry guys, I hit my mouse and I moved everything. I shut everything down. But I was listening to a show. Most hated blogger was talking about Charleston White and Ti and the Boosie situation, along with Duke 093, and he's the only one that's really going in about that, like having conversations about it. And he has some pretty good topics he's covering over there, but uh, it looks like to me like they're trying to drown out the situation with not the bloggers. I don't know if it's the industry, whomever, but they're trying to uh, um, push the Duke 093 thing under the rug, it looks like to me. Um, I think a lot of these antics that was going on at first had to do with burying that story, but can't bury that because the audience, the people, are really pissed off about Duke the Jeweler. But also, Ti was on a live and he said, "Watch Charleston White die because of him talking about shooting King in his throat and watching him die, or so shooting him or something and watching him die." That's what he said. That Charleston White said, but he was just talking. He didn't mean that. But it looks like they're trying to shut Charleston White down and stop him from speaking his mind and stop him from going after and speaking what's right and wrong. Like somebody's got to do that because it seems like anything goes, and somebody has to be the voice of reason out there, and that's why Charleston White, to me, got so popular because nobody was speaking on the issues that he's speaking on. Hold on, y'all. I have to roll up. I have to roll up on this one. Um, Ti is revealing himself. He got all this talk, y'all, about what Charleston White is doing or not doing, but you didn't have no talk about what you and your wife was accused of. And from what I'm hearing, it wasn't too pretty. Um, and now somebody's speaking out in your son because he out there acting wild. That's why people talking about him. And you mad. Y'all expect for people not to voice their opinions, but like I was saying before, you can't stop people from voicing their opinions. There's too many outlets now. So it's not, you can't hide things anymore like you used to because the public is involved and they could talk about what they want to talk about. It's free speech. But Boosie's not talking. And I think Boosie's not talking because he's already being looked at. People already don't trust him because of what happened with Duke 093, Little Fat, Nussy, Bleak, and others. So it's not much that he can say without messing himself up in the eyes of the public or possibly putting a light on him that he doesn't want to be put on him. But it looks like Because not only did T.I. say something, but I told y'all what Ebro was saying on the Breakfast Club. Um, that wasn't very nice what he was saying either. He was going in. He was like making it seem like, like Charleston White has to die because he's speaking like this. And they're all grown. They can have a decent conversation. People don't have to die because they don't agree with what your child is doing in public. People are going to have opinions about what your child is doing. King was in the news every 2 days. Something was going on with King. He's wilding out. He's in restaurants, telling people he could buy the place and all those type of things. And he put the spotlight on himself. So basically, you need to get your kid. If you don't want to be talked about or you don't want people to have an opinion on him, you need to get him and keep him out of the spotlight. Because every people talk about anybody that's in the spotlight, and your child is not exempt. These people are just doing some ugly things. And to be honest, I don't really care about none of that stuff. I really, really want to know what's going to be the outcome of people just shooting down Duke the Jeweler like that. You know what I'm saying? Something um, needs to be done about that. All the rest of that stuff everybody's talking about, and King and Boosie and all of that crazy stuff, them meeting up together, that was suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't trust none of them people in the industry, to be honest. I don't trust them. They do anything for a bag. But it looks like they're trying to put a bag on Charleston White's head, or shut him down from the public. And I hope the public don't fall in line with that. We gotta stop letting them tell us who we could support and who we can't support. We support who we want to support because they not doing nothing for the public. Nothing. They're pushing these ideologies and pushing this type of stuff on our children. We the ones that got to deal with these kids, and they're getting their ideas from these celebrities, and they're not carrying themselves correctly. And now their children are wilding out. So I think that when T.I. got on that live and said, watch Charleston White die, watch he's gonna die. Um, I think that there's discussions being out there about either there is a bag on his head or they're gonna put a bag on his head. And I don't think that him speaking his mind and saying what he wants to say versus them saying what they want to say warrants him being killed. People are too comfortable talking about murder nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Too comfortable talking about murder because of something they don't like. And T.I. should be quiet because his backyard is messed up. And you got that Atlanta DA over there, and she's listening to everything y'all say on these blogs and on your lives. You could delete it all you want to. People already record it when you put it out there, so it doesn't matter. But we're living in times where you can't even say what you want to say without people getting upset and wanting to put a bag on you, or like you can't speak. Who the hell do they think they are that they think they could tell people when and how and what they could say and come on now. Nobody else was talking like Charleston White. Charleston White was making a lot of sense. It's just that sometimes he goes overboard with the things that he says. But I don't think he should die for that. I don't think people should talk about him dying for that or try to kill his career for that. If you don't like what he's saying, ignore him. But these people, I think it's not just people not liking what these popular influencers say. I think it's jealousy too, because they're building their own platforms. They don't have no machine behind them, and they don't have to answer to nobody. And I think that the industry, some of these industry people, I think they're jealous of that. I think they're jealous and envious of that because they have to answer to people, or they can't have their big cars in their houses if they say the wrong thing. All their stuff gets monitored. But people that build themselves up, they're not monitored. Duke the jeweler was not monitored. He didn't have to answer to nobody. And he was making more money than the people he was trying to sell jewelry to. So there's a lot of jealousy going on out there and envy. But I'm not going to stay up here too long. I just wanted to talk about T.I. putting out there that basically that Charleston White should die because of what he said about his son. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. You can't criticize the kids and drill music and all of that stuff, talking about gangs coming into your city and this used to be a safe place, when you online talking about getting somebody knocked off because you don't like what they said about your son. So entitlement and jealousy plays a lot of has a lot to do with what the climate that we're in right now. And a lot of this stuff I think was to take the attention off what happened to Duke the Jeweler, because that was outright blatant assassination right there. But they could do what they want to do. It might take time. It might take a few months. It might take a year or two, but somebody's going to go down. And it might happen through the law or it might happen through the universe. But somebody's going to pay. Because you can't take innocent people out there that's not involved in your lifestyle like that just because you're jealous or you don't have what they have. You're going to have to pay for that. But anyway, whoever's listening, I hope y'all have a blessed day. I just came up here for a minute. I got some things I got to do, so have a blessed day.